So I've been able to write and launch front-end code 10 times faster with the help of AI. In this video, I wanted to go through my entire workflow process that I've been able to change recently that's allowed me to write front-end code way faster. I think this will be useful even if you don't do a lot of front-end coding. It just goes through the steps of how you can go from idea to design to launching a product in less than an hour. I'm going to go through all the tools I use, plus all the prompts I'm using and how you can use it for your own projects as well. Let me show you what I was able to make in 5 minutes. So basically it's like this Reddit insights searcher. So just to give some context, this is just the front end, but one of the new features that we're planning to add to Exploding Insights is this Reddit database or Reddit searcher that allows you to find insights on Reddit, which means like maybe you want to search up certain keywords on a specific subreddit, and then it'll bring up all of the ideas and insights. That's the general idea of the feature. I was working on prototyping and designing functionality. This was the front end. It's pretty basic. You can like search in the subreddit. So let's say I want to search on the subreddit funny, and here are the keywords I want to search for. So let's say like SaaS ideas, something like that. And then you click on generate insights, and then it would generate like a table or list of ideas that you can actually make into SaaS or micro SaaS ideas. And then there's like save and export functionality. So this is the front end. I want to go over the exact tools plus the workflow that I was able to use. So if you don't know, there's this like design tool that Vercel released. It costs $20 per month. I'm not sure if it's worth it or not because I've been just using it recently, but I kind of think it saved me a lot of time. I will let you guys know if I can continue subscribing next month. But basically what I did was I basically asked AI to generate a feature spec or feature list of my idea. I want this new feature with these different functions. I will show you what it made. This was the first version. It made this, and okay, it's pretty good. So it has a subreddit, the keywords, and the generate insights. Then I'm like, let's make it a little bit more nicer. Here are some stuff I said it should change, which is that keywords should be optional, track the number of upvotes and comments, allow us to preview the top comments. We should have an option of a pop-up that gives us solution and product ideas from the insights. So this was like suggestions that I wanted to change after it gave me the first version. So after it did that, you can see that it's a lot better. It took all things into consideration. If you click on generate insights, it added all of these new like features that I asked for. After that, I mentioned that instead of having inputs, I want to have bubbles, right? So here it just shows you how you can make fast iterations from the initial design. So let's say it gives you a design that you don't really like. You can ask it to add all of these things plus change stuff. So it changed it to like these bubbles instead of inputs. This is a lot nicer from a user experience perspective. I told it to make it more beautiful. The spelling is a bit off. It understands what you want. I don't like gradient to be honest, but I just said to make it black and white. So you can see that it not only can change the design, but it can also change the user experience. It's making this all in React. Here is the code for the React thing, but I'm mostly using it just to design a lot faster. So here is the page after changing the design. So now it's black and white, plus it has bubbles, and the user experience generating the insights is nice. So after it did that, then I'm happy with it. Here is the key part, right? I took a screenshot, then I put it into my code. I'm using Cursor. I have other videos on channel that I go over how to use Cursor, but basically this is the image that it was able to generate. So this is the same image. I put it in here, then on a blank sheet. So it was basically like this. I did Command L, which brought up this chatbot. Then I typed in use at main.png. So this is important because you can give Cursor your image that you want. So I told it to use this image plus design it in Tailwind and Vue, then import the Tailwind and Vue script. So I'm not using React. So this V0 created the thing in React. So I want it in Tailwind and Vue because it's a lot easier to manage. Then I told it to make it look beautiful plus make it look 100% like the design. So it created all this. I copy paste it in here. Then this is the final result. So let's compare. This is my code. Obviously, like it doesn't have all the functionality. Like this should not be shown until the button is clicked, but that can be changed later. The main part is that the design and the user experience was generated in less than 10 minutes. It's not 100% accurate, but this was just a one-shot prompt. So I can probably tell it to change some things, make it more responsive, make the design look nicer, but this was just one shot. What are the implications? You can go from idea to design iterations really fast. Plus, you can give this to another developer to fix up. In my workflow, I will mostly be working on is just like coming up with ideas, then designing it, and then I would just make this one quick MVP, and then I would just give it to someone to fix. This is bulk work, tweaking the page to make it more responsive, plus adding more design. That's the 20% you can hand off if you don't want to spend the time on it. This will like change the process of like how you design, how you launch products really fast. And yeah, I just want to share this because I think this will be pretty game changer with the fact that like V0, this is pretty new. I think it only launched this year. So in the next few months or the next year, like this will definitely get better. The designs that will get a lot better. Right now, it's mostly creating React code, which I don't like, but I'm using it for the designs. The fact that you can like iterate on designs pretty fast, I think that's a pretty big game changer. I spent like 4 months trying to learn design, and honestly, my design skills aren't great. The fact that like you have this chat plus the design on the side, I think it makes it really easy to iterate fast. That's the key. It's just like iterating really fast and then getting from design to product. And just as a call out, I'm not being sponsored by V0 or Cursor. I'm testing all of the AI tools just to see like, how do I ship products faster? Yeah, you guys can try it out. If you want, I will probably be making more demos on this because I think this like going from idea design to product is like pretty fast now with all these new tools. So yeah, shout out. Also, Exploding Insights. I will probably release the Reddit tool next week. It's going to be something like this where each user will have a certain search per month because right now it's like a lifetime plan and it doesn't make sense from a cost perspective to have unlimited searches. But yeah, I think maybe each user will have 10 to 20 searches per subreddit and everyone will have access to the entire searches. Yeah, that's just the idea. Here's the UI that I worked with and hopefully it will be launched next week. So I will see you guys next time.